Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the final week of December, moving into January. I hope everybody is well. I'm going to take a second here just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Virgo sign out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse, so if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, Virgo. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo, you are starting out with the sun. You have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and coming out together, we have the Ace of Swords reversed along with the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so what I'm seeing, Virgo, is that you've gotten some clarity on something, or you're trying to. I guess that would be a better way of putting it. I feel like there's something here that's not working out for you, and there's some details about it that you're kind of missing. It's just not clear to you. Now, I don't want you to stress about it because it does look like everything's going to turn out in your favor, but there's something that you're lacking clarity in, and you're trying to get that clarity. And it could even be that you think you know, but you don't know what you don't know. So with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, it could be somebody isn't being honest with you, and that's why this isn't working out, and you may not understand that. It's like I'm getting that energy of you think you know everything, but you don't. There's something here you just don't know, but it's going to work out in your favor regardless. So let's see. It's kind of a weird energy, to be honest with you. I'm also seeing that, you know, there's happiness that is coming your way, and it's pretty effortless. It's like you're not having to do anything for this to happen. It's just there's this very happy energy that's coming your way. And it's like a change of good fortune in your favor. All right, so let's see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Virgo's energy. Yeah, it's kind of a weird energy that I'm getting, though, as far as it's like you don't know what you don't know. All right, the person in your energy has the Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this person is sitting back and they're thinking about things. Seven of Cups are some confusion for them. This person could be trying to cause, you know, problems for you because they're trying to block something. They're trying to block something from going in your favor, going in your direction. And they're doing it either through lies, or they're doing it through just not being clear about something. I will say that this person with the Nine of Wands, there's this energy of them being exhausted. So I feel like this person's got a lot going on. They got a lot of problems, a lot's been going on, and they're exhausting themselves by trying to basically block you. This could be somebody who at one point you were very happy with, but they may have had other options as well. This is also somebody that frequently wears a mask. It's their go-to. Their go-to is to wear a mask, a false mask. So let me see the energy between Virgo and this person. Now, this may not be a love interest. This could be a family member. This could be somebody, you know, that you know, friendship-wise. All right, so we have Justice. So you could actually be involved in some sort of a legal issue with this person. And if so, they're trying to figure out how to gain the advantage. And again, it's that energy of you're kind of bebopping along, but there's this one little piece of information that you don't know, but you don't know that you don't know it. I do feel like things will balance out, and I do feel like it's going to balance out in your favor because you have this Wheel of Fortune. So this person that's in your energy, their go-to is to wear this false mask, and so they're trying to figure out some things here. And it looks like for some of you it may even have to do with money, but there's confusion. There's confusion in their energy. They're exhausted. but they've been trying to block things from moving in your favor. It's an odd energy. Let me see what's affecting this connection. And you're over here kind of bebopping along, just being all happy. All right, so what's affecting the connection is the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So it looks like, Virgo, you're moving forward. You're either wanting an offer of love or giving an offer of love. There's somebody here in your energy that's making you happy, and you're not having to put a lot of effort into it. It feels effortless. Meanwhile, there's been an ending with this person and possibly legal. So you may have been married to them. There could be a divorce. There's possibly some legal things going on. If there's not legal issues going on, then it's karmic justice here, because the Justice card is a card of karma. But this person is very much focused on the ending between the two of you. And this person does appear to be somebody that you were in a love connection with. They're exhausted. They're drained. They literally have drained themselves, either through exercising other options or fighting battles on all fronts. But this person is exhausted and they're emotionally drained. Meanwhile, you're over here just effortlessly happy. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Virgo. Judgment. Oh my God. So look, guys, if you're in some sort of a legal issue with this person, it's going to move in your favor. There's going to be a judgment that's going to move in your favor. You might be uncertain of it right now, but that's what the cards are saying. This person in your energy is undergoing karmic justice, if not legal justice. It's slow in coming. There's a judgment, there's a decision that's going to be handed down in some manner, and it's going to move in your favor, but it's very slow in coming. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is underlying energy. Now, you could be dealing with another Virgo, a Taurus, a Capricorn. Scorpio energy is here. Libra energy is here. So, but as an underlying energy, Queen of, I'm sorry, that's the Queen of Wands. I apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's the Queen of Wands. So not another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I apologize. Queen of Wands in reverse, it is indicating to me a lack of action. So you could be at a stalemate with this person. I apologize for that, guys. All right, Spirit, why is the Sun card here? Let's clarify your reading, Virgo. Why is the Sun card here for Virgo? Four of Swords reversed and the Fool in reverse. All right, so there looks to be some communication after a period of non-communication. You withdrew from this person. You had to heal your energy. You took a break in order to gain clarity. With the Fool in reverse, this situation, whether it's legal or whether it's like spiritual court, whatever is going on with this person, they're throwing confusion in. They're trying to block things. They're in this very stubborn energy, and it is kind of blocking this new beginning. There's a new beginning that you have that's trying to come in, but it's being blocked because of the situation with this person. And they're doing it deliberately, by the way. So, yeah. Why is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? See, whatever this situation was, you don't want to put effort into this because it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. All right, Two of Wands and Page of Pentacles reverse. You chose to go into another direction. Now, you may turn down a love offer that's being given to you. You're definitely not accepting offers from this person because you don't feel like this will work out. In fact, you fear going into any kind of a new beginning with this person that's currently in your energy. because you feel like they're not really offering you much, or they're not offering you anything of substance. I can clearly, so you're not going to put any effort into this, and you're clearly making plans to go in another direction. Finances could be a little lighter than what you want them to be right now too. That could also be holding you back. Let me see, show me the bottom energy for Virgo. All right, we have the Magician. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. And we have the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, they have it in the upright. So basically, once clarity comes to this situation, that's when you'll have this new beginning. There's a passionate new beginning that's trying to come in. I see it in two places. You've manifested this. This decision is going to go in your favor, because what this person is doing is they're trying to block you from this new beginning, but it's going to go in your favor, but it'll happen in divine timing. And I do feel like you've manifested this. So there's something to do with a love offer. There's something here about a new beginning, but it's going to require this person to bring in the clarity, or clarity to be brought into them. But once that clarity comes in, because I feel like you believe this person could even be lying to you. And they could be. They could be. Just understand, Virgo, that whatever this person's doing to bring all the confusion to this situation and to block this, they're growing tired. They cannot sustain it for very much longer. So clarity is going to break through. And when the clarity breaks through, that's when this new beginning is going to come. It's going to come in. It's in divine timing, and it's kind of on hold. So don't get frustrated, because it's coming. Let me see this person's energy. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Oh, okay. So we have the Eight of Coins, and we have the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So this person is, they could have an attorney involved that is also, they're having to pay an attorney to put in a lot of effort, because they're not being clear with that attorney either. If this is legal, okay? What I am seeing, though, is that this person's putting a lot of effort into creating confusion, but trying to wear that false mask that says, oh, I'm an honest and upright person. But they're deliberately causing the confusion. They're putting a lot of effort into that. You may work with this person, but you don't have to. If so, you're no longer working with them. Let me see why the Nine of Wands is here. But you may have met them through work, or something to do with work. Why is this Nine of Wands here? Yeah, Ace of Swords reversed. That's what's in your energy. They can't sustain it much longer. If they're lying, Virgo, it's going to come out. They cannot sustain this energy much longer. Now, this person is showing up as being single. They're showing up as being single, but it's after there was a ending with you. So they're showing up as single, independent. They like being independent, but they're tired of creating all this confusion. So they cannot sustain this, trust me, very much longer. They're exhausted because they're having to put a lot of effort into it. Why is the Eight of Wands in reverse? Judgment. Judgment is in the outcome, and the Moon. So they're trying to block the situation because they don't know what the outcome is going to be. They're afraid that it's going to go against them. Well, I got news for you. It is, because Virgo has this Wheel of Fortune. And I do feel like things are going to go in their favor. And Virgo, you're highly manifesting a positive outcome here. So yeah, this person is trying to block the final judgment call. So they're slowing down whatever this process is. It could be legal for some of you. For others, this is like spiritual court this person is in. And you may be moving on towards a new connection, or trying to, or wanting to. And this person is just constantly keeping you, involved. They're blocking you at every point. But ultimately, it's because of their fear that this judgment call is going to go against them. Yeah. So let's see the energy between Virgo and this person. Show me the energy between Virgo and this person. All right, we have the Six of Coins reversed and the King of Pentacles. This person feels like they're in competition with somebody else. Yeah, this person feels like they're in competition with someone else. They're trying to wear this mask that they are, you know, very honest, very solid. If you were married to or are married and you're in a legal situation, they're trying to present that they were very honest, very upfront, very loyal to the connection. Your energy is saying otherwise. Your energy is saying, no, they breadcrumbed me. I can see clearly what they did. There's been a clear break here because I had to literally leave this connection in order to get my bearings, to heal myself a little bit. I do feel like you've been very good as far as communicating with this person. This person will communicate back, but they're wearing this mask. So you're saying that this is an unbalanced situation, that this person is greedy, that this person they could be money hungry, that they're wearing this false mask. So you do see that clearly. You do see that clearly. They're putting a lot of effort into keeping up this image though. Yeah, and it could be money related because they enjoy being single. I don't see them trying to bring the connection back together. Now we have the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy that's here as well. Let's see what's affecting this connection. Tell me what's affecting the connection between Virgo and this person. Show me what's affecting this connection between Virgo and this person. All right, we have the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, and there's that Nine of Wands again. I'm telling you, this person is exhausted. They've been telling a lot of lies. They've been putting a lot of effort into keeping the things confused, and it does look like it's financially based because they enjoy being single. This is a partier. They like to party. There could have been third-party energy that was here that ended this connection, or it could have just been partying. I do feel like this person broke your heart. They did break your heart, but it looks like you started dating because I see this energy of you dating. I see that there's somebody that you may have turned down at some point, a newer person. I also see that you're making plans here. You're not putting the effort into those plans, but you're making plans to reunite in some form with somebody. It could be this new person, but the bottom of, at the end of the day, what happened is this person broke your heart. Yeah, I do feel like they broke your heart. There's an energy of possibly love bombing that's here, but they're exhausted from keeping up this facade. So, yeah, happiness is coming, actually, for both of you, believe it or not, because this person, it looks like, is going out as well, but they enjoy being single, so they might be just partying with friends. But they like to wear this facade with you that they are, you know, very honest, very good with their money, very solid, very stable. But the truth is that they're deliberately throwing blockages in your path. And I feel like there was some third-party energy. It could have even been on your side, Virgo, because this Knight of Cups is on your side. If so, somebody approached you with a love offer. You may have initially turned them down, but now you're planning to reunite with that person because you're no longer involved or putting effort into this. So let me see why Judgment is here. Show me the outcome for Virgo. I do see happiness coming for you, and I do actually see this person, you know, being a little bit happier. This is somebody who keeps a lot of secrets, though. And they have deliberately blocked your progress, blocked you from moving forward. All right, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. We have the Devil in reverse. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. And we have the Emperor in the reverse. Oh, so they're trying to control the way this rolls out. They're trying to control the decision that is being made. That's why they're wearing this false mask. So this person they want to block you from moving forward. They're putting a lot of effort into that. But they ultimately, with the Emperor in reverse is somebody who has narcissistic patterns or could even be a narcissist. There's somebody who's not faithful. If they own a business, that business is probably not doing well. But the Emperor in reverse is an extremely controlling person. So what are they trying to control? They're trying to control the outcome. If it's a legal issue, they're trying to control that outcome. If it's a judgment call, they're trying to control that outcome. And they're worried because they don't know how it's going to turn out. See, this person kept a lot of secrets. They don't know if whoever's making the decision knows those secrets or not. So this person's, they're exhausted by the process. They're full of anxiety. They're kind of trapped up in their head, and they're thinking about whatever this judgment call is. And I do feel like you're going to receive that judgment call very soon. It is going to go in your favor. You've been manifesting it, but it's coming in your favor because you've been working on yourself. So if you have toxic patterns, you've been working on that. You're not accepting anyone into your life that has toxicity. You're very clear about that. And you see this person as being very toxic. That being said, there is still something that you don't know, something this person is keeping, a secret from you in some manner. And they're going to try to use it, Virgo, to affect this decision, whether it's legal or whether it's just a judgment call on your behalf. But there's something about them trying to control the outcome. Yeah. So look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords in reverse. And that tells me, again, that there's something here you don't know. And it's more, it could be a direct lie, because we see that in this person's energy. They've been lying. You feel like they've been lying, but you also feel like you know the truth. However, it could also be a lie of omission. And remember, when you withhold information, and they're definitely withholding information, when you withhold information that needs to be said, that is also a lie. It's a lie of omission. It's a lie of not telling everything, and in order to steer the direction of the outcome. And that's what this person is doing. So it's going to go in your favor, Virgo. So I would not stress too heavily. It's going to go in your favor. All right, so let's see if there's any advice for you, Virgo, in the Oracle cards. Advice for Virgo. All right, Virgo, we have number 9. So you're almost at the end of this cycle. It's called the Protectress. It says your energy is valuable, protect it well. And this is about strength, having strength, boundaries, and it also speaks to an amulet. So let me read that for you. Give me a second. Your affirmation says, I am spiritually and energetically protecting myself. Your strength and self-magic are desired and admired by people who unconsciously or consciously seek to leech this energy from you, as they have not cultivated it within themselves yet. They don't mean this maliciously. They live filled with fear and insecurity, while you're in a space of self-trust and connection. They have not yet overcome certain obstacles as you have, or received the inner gifts that come with that. Be precious with your energy. It fuels your peace, creativity, dreams, life, ideas, happiness, etc. And set fierce boundaries. Energy is a high form of currency, just as time is, and must not be wasted on insignificant things or undeserving people. This can create stagnation. Your heart is very open right now, but you also need the balance of your mind. Use both tools for full activation. You've gained a lot of strength and love for others, but this doesn't mean you need to tap into that reservoir so often. Your spirit needs rest, play, joy, creation, and time to just be. This is where it thrives. Protect your soul's need for childlike play and rejuvenation. Protect your inner child. Let them pick flowers and daydream instead of having to only be the strong one. Sometimes others can unintentionally cast curses when they have feelings of jealousy toward us. Again, they don't mean this maliciously. They're in a space of lack and scarcity where the ego convinces us that there isn't enough. There may be someone who you need to protect yourself from, whether spiritually, psychologically, or energetically. Not to worry, you can easily do this. So, and it goes on to say you can harness the protective amulet energy. That's an object, either natural or man-made, that's endowed with special powers to protect or bring good fortune when it's kept near. So a lot of people will use different crystals and that kind of thing. Whatever you use to protect you, you might want to keep it around you right now. I do feel like this person may be trying to block you from moving forward. They're trying to block a new beginning. And it could be jealousy. It could strictly be jealousy. So make sure you're protecting yourself. And remember, it is going to move in your favor. And keep manifesting positivity. All right? I hope that this has been helpful for you, Virgo. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved. And namaste.